Very good road team and just a very good team overall. They've won 7 in a row, most recently walloping against the Pistons as Jaren Jackson Jr. lays it in for the game's first bucket. And he has played well in the absence of Ja Morant back in November. How about Reggie Jackson? The spectacled sniper reigns in the triple. I'll tell you what, it has been fun to get to know Reggie. We didn't really get a chance back in the 1920 season, but you've had interviews with him. I've had time with him. He is just a pleasant guy. Tyus Jones lays it up. Dillon Brooks was in. Brooks is in the center of your screen, number 24. He is a pit bull. Marcus Morris, senior, for 3.
He is going to get a haircut. The wife is going to do that tomorrow, giving her the clippers. But he also wasn't sure what his conditioning was going to look like coming back. He's moving well so far. They have missed his rim protection.
Winning against Detroit back on Beale Street. They won 118 to 88. Jaren Jackson was dominant, maybe not that dominant. They hit their first 5 shots, have led by as many as 9 in this first quarter. Batum, a catch and shoot 3. It is good. Tyloo said he had no rhythm. Under 5 to play, Clippers by 9. Jones from the wing to the lane to the rim and lays it in. Tyus Jones now with 6 points, couple of the rebounds. Timeout, Tyloo and the Clippers.
Shooting 58% from the field.
Thanks so much, Jamie. And by the way, Ja Morant had 4 games with 30-plus points during that win at the line, and obviously they're missing him tonight.
I talked with Brad Jones before the ballgame as Jaren Jackson Jr. knocks in the triple, 24-18. Lawrence Frank, and we'll go down the list of what he has seen and what he expects going forward. Terrence Mann, baseline drive. Clever pass to Morris, catch and shoot 3. That was his park place. He continues to smolder. Morris with plenty of time in the corner. Picked up by Brandon Clark. Heaves a 3. It is one of those days for Marcus Morris Sr. I think Taylor Jenkins, to me, is on the short list of Coach of the Year. In fact, he would get my vote. J.B. Bickerstaff would be there. Steve Kerr would be there as Amir Coffey wheels inside. Oh, on the refill. 33 seconds remain. It'll be a lob. And what a play there from Memphis coming out of the inbound. A tough play.
But I think we've seen some really good growth opportunities from some of our players, and not just our younger players, but some of our veterans as well. So I think you're constantly learning. So we're learning a great deal. Our player development staff has done a terrific job. And, you know, Ty and just all the coaches, I can't give them enough credit for what they've been able to do to it. We wanted to surround them with shooting, IQ, versatility, and toughness. And I think, obviously, Marcus has a big body of work, and he's done that last year. What's next? But I'm so fortunate to work with a team of guys, and it's really all of us, and everyone has their piece and their contributions. We have terrific players and coaches and just a great group of people, you know, performance and medical staff, our security staff, player services. I mean, it's as you know, you spend time with our people, and Christina, you see it as well.
While we were away talking with Lawrence Frank, it was obvious that Dillon Brooks was extremely injured, so much so that he's not going to return when John Teske comes in to shoot the free throw. 47-46. Memphis now out in front. Jaren Jackson, giant strides down the lane. That's 4 quick points for Jaren Jackson Jr. They ranked 30th in points per possession off of those rebounds. Tyloo mentioned it earlier. They get a lot of stops, but not a lot of points. How about Terrence Mann going to work? He has been really the only player touching the ball. Tyus Jones with the rebound for Memphis. Despite not having Ja Morant, Memphis shooting 50% from the field. Brandon Clark with the follow. It is good for Memphis. Grizz have numbers. Bain free for 3. A near wedgie. The Clippers come away with the rebound. 2-on-1. Batum sees Coffey to the cup, and he flushes it in. 1:30 to play here in the second quarter. Memphis leads by 2. Clark inside, lays it up, and lays it in. That conversation, he is that terrific. If you haven't seen Ja Morant, you need to. By the way, what a 1-2 punch there from Jaren Jackson Jr. and Brandon Clark coming off the bench now with 8 points and 6 rebounds. Clippers let him roll the ball up the floor. Jackson awaits. Clark sets the screen for Jones. The floater is good. Defense elevated to the best in the league as Nicholas Batum, leather larceny, brings it back the other way. Doesn't have anybody to run with, and so they reset. Inside to Zoo, gets to the rim and lays it in. Defense elevated to the best in the league as Nicholas Batum, leather larceny, brings it back the other way. Doesn't have anybody to run with, and so they reset. Inside to Zoo, gets to the rim and lays it in. Here comes Bain as if he was shot out of a cannon in transition. Maintains the bounce, cradles the ball, floats it up, floats it in. A 5-0 run for Desmond Bain. Everybody had 4 years to scout me. Stayed in college for that time frame. Many people talked about what is called a negative wingspan, meaning it's shorter than his height. Well, it doesn't affect him. That's 8 straight now for Desmond Bain. Terrence Mann hitting the 3, and Clippers will have bigger wins this year as far as standings go, but that one was as good as it gets emotionally. Williams after the turnover, it's good. Clippers in trouble. 27-point turnaround since the Clippers led by a dozen back in the first half. Morris picked up by Bain, drives on him, rises, shoots over the top, and gets the friendly roll. Marcus Morris Sr. now with 17. It does depend on the injury, but it sounded like Nicholas Batum was happy to be out there and feeling good. He had 3 threes in that first half. Jones, another floater for him. Bledsoe, no. Morris with the rebound, trying to muscle up a shot. A patient attack. Oh, the third effort strikes Peter. Can this ignite the Clippers here? Bledsoe. Nice feed inside to Winslow. Another patient attack, and he lays it in. There you go. If you want an in with Marcus Morris, there you go. Bain, a deep 3. Plenty of time on the clock. Who cares? Bledsoe in attack mode, ladles it to Mann, and he staples it in with 2. Gonna need some help here in the final 13-plus minutes. Morris, a step-away 3. Oh, it's good again! Breaks down the lane, walled off by Johnson. Up top to Tilly for 3. It is good. What a tough...
Good job. Let's see if they can just carry that over here into the fourth quarter.
Williams flushes it in for Memphis. Boston misses on the jumper. Memphis rebounds. 97-84. Bain down the lane. Down the hatch it goes. He is a special player. Recovered by Zaire Williams. Finds Bain in the corner. Good closeout by Bledsoe. Deflection. Interception. Jackson lays it in. Reggie now with 18. Terrence so far today 3 for 9. Does have 7 points and 7 rebounds. Bain gets the screen from Jackson, who pops out on the wing. 3 is good for Jaren Jackson. It has been that kind of afternoon for the Clippers. Bain mishandles off his foot. Melton gets back in a crowd. Man swooping in and scoring. What a tough drive for Terrence Mann.
Road trip? We haven't seen that for a couple of seasons. They used to have that long Grammy trip. Those are a time.
8 games, 2 full weeks for the Clippers. And we're hoping they could protect the house as they head out of the road. 7 games. Although I will say this, as Keon Johnson elevates and flushes it in, we did get some singing once again from Jamie Maggio. So the run has begun. A standout of the state of Tennessee.
Yes, and so she played at Auburn, and I talked to Keon right before the start of Summer League.
115-92. Clippers set their sights on the Atlanta Hawks, essentially. It'll be another tough game tomorrow as Boston knocks down the triple. Wenyen Gabriel unloads the triple, and the rebound goes to Tyus Jones. 5:06 to play. Clark, an emphatic slam, count it, and a foul for Brandon Clark, who has been sensational off the bench for Memphis.
Never did I think I would be sitting in this chair, in this booth, but I'm happy I got a chance to do it, and I am very grateful. I have to think about that one, but I do really enjoy the looks that Serge has, especially last season. We got a chance to look at them a lot because they were on display a ton.
I loved it so much. He's like, send that to me, please. 2:35 to play in this one, and nothing but credit to the Memphis Grizzlies. Culver inside lays it in. 121-101. 121-104. Aldama down the lane. Over barrels off the window. And Keon Johnson controls for the Clippers.
Mentioning as well, we're going to see Lou Will for the first time back here tomorrow.
They are a huge reason why. They were able to get guys like Paul George and Kawhi Leonard. Rebound batted out. Boston has an open runway and will take it the distance. Oh, a little reverse stuff for Brandon Boston.